there's going to be more opportunities in media to produce media in various forms over the next 10, 15 years than there ever has been. And it's absolutely in your hand, it's your gift to take it in any which way you want to go. The opportunities there for you are so great because actually what I do as far as sort of TV news won't be called TV news in sort of 5 or 10 years. It will all be on your handheld in some form or other. So again, I go back to this point about it's how you devise the news, it's how you create the news. Because there's never been a greater opportunity for you to be creative as far as your news and how you're producing it. You are going to be the producers of this huge amount of elements of news. And what's going to make it news is that entertainment value to a degree. And when I say entertainment, what I mean is far as entertaining for the people to watch it. You want to encourage people to watch your news. Every night at 6 o'clock, between 6 and 6:30, we have to put together a programme which we want to be appealing to our viewership. Exactly the same with you. The news that you want to create, you can be as creative as you possibly can. But I met a lady last week, an Irish lady who for the very first time has filmed the very first documentary which was aired on terrestrial television, filmed entirely from her iPhone 6. And I watched this piece, and it was called Collectors. It was filmed in Ireland, and it was about 6 collectors. And on the face of it, you thought, slightly quirky people who collect dolls, collect Coke cans, etc., etc. And you watched it and you thought, okay, the reason that she's done this is just purely because, so she can say I filmed it on the iPhone 6. And it wasn't that at all. What it gave by filming it on her iPhone 6, just herself, with radio microphones, etc., use of balancing aids on this iPhone 6, which enabled her to film absolutely as you would do with a Steadicam costing hundreds of thousands of pounds. She put together something that was very intimate, that people trusted. They didn't even see the iPhone, they just saw her having a chat to her. And she produced something which was far more intimate as a result of this use of this one iPhone 6 than she would have done with a camera, with a sound person, with a producer standing behind it. So never restrict yourself when you go out to do your piece. When you say so that you wanted to go out and do this piece, don't restrict yourself by numbers or by thoughts of it. It's just got to be plain. You know, think as creatively as you possibly can to try and get this across. Make this 3-minute piece, this 2-minute 30 piece, as entertaining as you possibly can. The thing about journalism, there's no right and there's no wrong. I think that's the other thing you've got to sort of say. Is sometimes people are trying to put rules in front of you. You can't walk this way, you can't do that way. Forget that. Always have no boundaries and chuck whatever you want at it.